YouTube, hello! Welcome back. This week we have a finals between our reigning champion, Star Amiga, versus Maxim Plays, who's been dominating the tour this week, going in at 8-0. If they win, they'll be undefeated against our previous week's champion. Let's see if they have what it takes to take the belt away, or if Star Amiga can defend their title. Alright, we have game 1 of the finals with Star Amiga versus Maxim Plays. Star Amiga running Sneasler, Goldango, Sinestro, Raichu Y, Gyarados, and Pelipper, the same team they used last week to win their championship title, against Max with Floette, Whimsicott, Basculegion, King Gambit, Hisuian, Arcanine, and Dragonite. Let's see what they choose to do here for this game 1 of finals. They're all locked in and ready to go. It's going to be Whimsicott and Basculegion for Max against Goldango and Raichu for Star Amiga. Normally the highlight of Star Amiga's team from last week was the Gyarados. I'm excited to see how the Raichu mode plays out here. Grunkle Stan, the Goldango, just going to be swapping out here, not want to get hit by any last respects like coming out. As the Gyarados, psych! Gyarados is still here, getting an Intimidate down onto the Basculegion, potentially allowing the Raichu to live a Wave Crash, depending on how it's calced. Protect coming out from the Whimsicott, not wanting to get hit by a Protect. Let's see what they choose to do, though. Will this just be a Zap Cannon into Basculegion? Wave Crash coming out, -1, no rain. Will be living. Will it be a Zap Cannon just coming out for a big KO into the Basculegion? It is, calling out the Protect from the Whimsicott. That is Basculegion gone already. What a big threat off the board. Floette hitting the field, no. Haven't seen the Floette from Maxim yet either. Probably a good thing that they're going with Mega Raichu instead of Mega Gyarados, as Mega Gyarados would be getting that Dark typing, making it weaker to the Fairy type from the Floette. Speaking of Gyarados, it's going to be swapping back out for the Goldango, who is looking like it's in a prime position against these two Fairies into the later stage of the game. Fairy Aura going to be coming out from the Mega Floette, going to be boosting the Fairy moves on the field by 33%. Tailwind coming out from the Whimsicott will be doubling the speed, allowing the Floette to go first, taking out the Raichu's last little bit of health and doing a quarter into the Goldango. But a Leftover is going to be healing that up a little bit, taking it back up to 80%. Sinestro coming out, going to be healing the Goldango up the rest of the way, and keeping it a little more safe. Whimsicott going to be retreating here, not wanting to get hit by a Make It Rain, as King Gambit comes out instead. This will be taking the damage a lot better, as Floette just protects for this turn. Do they call it out, though? Go for a Nasty Plot. Yum Yum protecting. Let's see. It will be Nasty Plot coming out for the Goldango, calling out the Protect and Swap, meaning that this will be +2 coming out the next turn. 2 more turns of Tailwind remaining for Maxim, as now Rage Powder is online to keep this Goldango safe. Rage Powder indeed does come out, hoping to redirect any moves that could be coming towards the Goldango. Light of Ruin coming out, though, will be connecting into the Sinestro. Will it be enough for a one-hit KO? It is enough for a one-hit KO! Meaning that this King Gambit is most likely going to be able to go for the Goldango. But the Goldango lives on 1%! Meaning that it will get off a Make It Rain, which will definitely kill the Floette at +2, while it's at half health from the Light of Ruin recoil, doing about half to the King Gambit as well. What a live from the Goldango! The special attack dropping back down to neutral as Leftover recovery comes right back up, healing it up just a little bit. It is now going to be Whimsicott and Goldango against Whimsicott and King Gambit against Goldango and the Gyarados, but the Gyarados going to be dropping that Intimidate, only going to be boosting the King Gambit's attack thanks to the Defiant ability. 1 turn of Tailwind remaining on Maxim's side of the field. What a crazy live from that Goldango. Goldango going to be protecting, just going to be getting itself a little bit more leftovers recovery here. Not worried about any possible encores coming out, thanks to the good as gold. As Kowtow goes into the Gyarados, how much will it do? Oh, it will get a one-hit KO into the Gyarados, though, at +1. Looking like it will be game 1 going to Maxim here. Against these two months. Tailwind's coming right back out. Gotta be making sure that Kingambit's faster. As Kowtow comes out into the Goldango, finishing it off. Game 1 goes to Maxim. Let's see how things go for game 2. Star Amiga, our previous champion, could have some tricks up their sleeve. Could have learned a few things from that match to help them along in this next game. Here we go. Game 2 here in the finals. Let's see what they choose to lead with. Will be Whimsicott and Kingambit against... Oh, Sneasler and Gyarados. Going for the Gyarados mode here, but the Intimidate, again, just going to be boosting up that Kingambit thanks to the Defiant capabilities. But we've seen this Gyarados run away with games if it's gotten set up before, and it can do so again now. Thinking it through, not wanting to make any bad plays. Kingambit just swapping out this turn, though. Giving up that Defiant boost as Basculation comes in. Whimsicott protects, not wanting to get hit by a Fake Out. Will this just be close combat going into the Kingambit slot? Will it just be a Dragon Dance coming out here? It will be Dragon Dance getting it to +1 speed and defense. And I know you're thinking maybe Encore, though. But if he Mega Evolves... If Gyarados Mega Evolves, then it's going to become a Dark type. It'll be immune to the Prankster Encore. A risky play there, but one that worked out all the same. Maybe understanding that even with Tailwind up, the Kingambit would be slower than the Sneasler, most likely, depending on how they've calced it. Needing it to get off the board immediately with a great swap into Basculation, which is immune to the close combat that came out there. Sneasler, though, will be swapping out, not wanting to get encored into the close combat, but Tailwind coming out instead. No Mega Evolution coming out from the Gyarados either. Flip Turn, though, will be coming out into the now Sinestcha, doing only a little bit of chip into it. Maxim swapping out here. Yeah, not wanting to become a Dark type just yet, until it sees what the final Pokemon is. It will be Floette. Dragon Dance, though, coming out from the Gyarados here, now at +2, getting to be a big threat. Tailwind, 3 turns remaining. Yum Yum coming back, not going for the Rage Powder, as Sneasler hits the field instead. Floette will be Mega Evolving here, becoming Mega Floette, gaining that Fairy Aura ability and boosting all Fairy-type moves by 33%. Protect coming out from the Gyarados, not wanting to get hit by an Encore this turn, as there was no Rage Powder to keep it safe. Moonblast coming out, though, into the Sinestcha slot, no Encore. Now getting the Sneasler under half, thanks to the Fairy Aura boosting the damage, as Dazzling Gleam hits the field. Not going to be hitting the Gyarados thanks to Protect, but will be hitting into the Sneasler, picking it up. Sneasler would have been great here into these dual Fairy types, but now it's gone. Game's not over yet, though. Sinestcha coming back onto the field, still has that redirection available, and Gyarados is looking good here with +2 attack and speed. Will be Rage Powder coming out here, redirecting any Encores or single target moves from the opposing Mons. Moonblast will be coming out, though ignoring the Rage Powder, because it's a Grass type, going into the Gyarados, as Dragon Dance comes out for a 3rd time in a row, but that Moonblast boosted by the Fairy Aura does take it down to under half as Dazzling Gleam comes out, also ignoring the redirection, and it will be enough to pick up the Gyarados. Gyarados already faster than the Floette at +2. A very slow Floette. Could have potentially been picked off by the, a Wave Crash if they had known that their Gyarados was already going to be faster at the +2. That is knowledge that they could have for future tournaments if they ever run into Maxim again. But Floette just going for Protect, or Whimsicott just going for Protect this turn, Floette going for Protect as well. Yum Yum going for Protect. Will it be a nasty plot from Goldengo? It is a nasty plot from Goldengo. Talon peters out, but Whimsicott here to take it right back up. I'm very interested in that, I'm very interested in the Floette set that the Gyarados was faster at +2. Speaking of Floettes, it will just be swapping out for the King Gambit. As Sinestro goes for the double protect there, but not quite getting it, as Encore hits it instead. No Talon coming out, but Whimsicott still has its Sash, so it's going to survive. Oh! Interesting. +4 Goldengo on the field now. But Whimsicott still has its Sash available. Protect coming out from the Sinestro as its Encore locked into it. Tailwind coming out from the Whimsicott. Will the Goldengo live the Kowtow like it did game 1? Is this a calc or was it lucky? Kowtow coming out into Goldengo. Will be getting a big one-hit KO, which will be sealing up the game 2-0 for Maxim, who is now our undefeated champion for this week, coming in at 9-0. Congratulations to Maxim. Congratulations to Star Mega for making it to the finals for the second week in a row. And congratulations to all of our competitors that made Top Cut. Appreciate all of you guys coming out and spending time with us. We do these every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern start time. None of this would be possible without you guys. It is you guys playing and participating and watching that allows us to do this. And we appreciate you all very, very much. Hey everybody, if you liked that video, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so you can get updated when there's new footage out. If you would also like to catch these videos live, feel free to follow me on Twitch using the link below, as well as Twitter, where you can get any updates and other wacky nonsense. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.